try and get this open. Sorry if I'm already live. And I am. Damn. Right. Just turn that off. Okay, so I'm going to do a video that is a little bit hard here, and I'm going to do it live because I want to answer questions if they do come up, and to make sure if somebody is in chat they can tell me if I happen to miss something. Sorry, I can close this as well. I'm going to be looking at my Discord because my Discord has become pretty huge, and I'm going to actually feature this as a featured video, so anybody who comes to the channel, to the Discord, sorry, in the future can watch this, and hopefully it'll be a little bit clearer what's going on. I will say that of course the Discord can change over time, and I do plan to overhaul it a little bit. I plan to add a welcome to More Time, Total War and Blood Bowl specific while cutting down this welcome because it's really long. But I'm going to add this video to the welcome page, and it's up to you then if you watch the video as a welcome or if you read the rules below as a welcome, and I'll put that above. But I want to explain what's going on here because there are a lot of channels and there are a lot of different people who do different things here, and it's a little bit confusing. So first of all, let's go through the actual welcome itself. So we have a few roles in, we have quite a lot of roles actually in the specific channel, and they all have different jobs and different purposes. And we have general roles and we have special roles, and they're slightly different. Let's start with general roles then. We have, see, it's already pinging, fantastic. Everyone who you are when you first join, and the main purpose of this channel, sorry, is for my own YouTube videos, mostly for the invitationals that I run, and also for any content creator that I trust. They go here. Let's give this person a shout out right now who has actually gone online. Full Metal has gone online, so right now live along with me is Full Metal. It's just been pinged on my channel. If you want to watch him, you can go watch him too. See? So this is how it works. Basically, when you join here, you start off as everybody, and I don't like to keep people as everybody. I like to give people a specific role, but I have everyone basically as a buffer. So if somebody comes who I don't know who they are, I can leave them as everybody, and if they act suspiciously, then I can get rid of them. That's what it's for, honestly. That is the main reason why I keep the everyone role. So they have very little that they can do. I require that they read the welcome and the rules when they join the Discord. And if you can read all the rules and find the statements you have to make, then you get a special role given to you, unless you're here for a reason that I've invited you to do a collab with me, or I've invited you because you're part of a competition, then you'll get a role automatically. And if you create content around the leagues that I run, then you'll automatically be given content creator rights as well. So that's that. An initiate is somebody who I don't know, importantly, but they've shown that they've read this page, so they're slightly more trusted than everybody, but not much, to be honest. Trusted is somebody that I know personally, I've vetted somehow, or they've been in the server for a very long time and haven't caused any problems. In fact, I want to promote a couple of people to trusted right now. Let's promote Gingerbread Man, because I haven't done that yet. And Doom is quite new, and Gengar. Let's make Gengar trusted too. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Trusted. There it is. So that's how that works. Okay. A guest is somebody who comes here to do some kind of collab with me, or indeed somebody who's had me on their channel. I'll try to invite them here so they can promote their work here as well. Welcome to the chat, whoever's joined. And basically the only guest I have at the moment is Schleiss, and he's not here for that reason. He's here because his bot features on my channel, and his bot is awesome, by the way. If you play Blood Bowl, then do make sure that you get hold of Schleiss bot. I'll give you an example where it gives you a rundown of the game. Let's just find the example very quickly. This comes up automatically and it tells you what happened in the game, basically, so you can pause the video if you're watching it not live and have a look at what that looks like. Okay, there's that. And then there's content creators, people who also create content in Blood Bowl, in Total War, in More Time, anything that's basically anything, it doesn't really matter. Any kind of content that I enjoy, and from a person that I trust as a creator, I feature their content in ADEnglish approved content creators, and you can find that there. I'll go through the channel in detail in a second, but I want to go through the people first. So to give some examples here, who have we got online at the moment? We've got Andy's, Fallen Glory is also a content creator, Blissful Fire, Undo actually, lots of people. And we have quite a few content creators in blue offline. So everybody who's blue, most people who are that kind of blue, sorry, are content creators. Then we have Nadiko's Chosen, which were kind of like admins. So Blissful Fire, Fallen Glory, Undo, Chris J, and D-Man, I think they're the 5. They have certain rights that the rest of you don't have. They work kind of like middle admins, but I don't expect them to do anything particular. Though they've said that they are willing to help keep the community clean, so that's what they do. And an admin, we don't have any at the moment, but I will announce it right here, right now. I'm going to be looking for some admins over the next couple of days. I would like a general admin, a Blood Bowl admin, a Total War admin, and a More Time admin. So if you are interested in one of those roles, then let me know, and let me know why you think you are the one for it. Then some special roles then. We have Blood Bowl Coach. Any member who plays Blood Bowl and is here mostly for Blood Bowl content, they get the Blood Bowl Coach assigned to them. They can also add Stunty, Bash, Dash, or Hybrid if they want to for a little bit of fun. You can also say certain things in chat and Nadiko will respond. I'll show you in a second when we get to that. Invitational Coach is somebody who's taken part in the AD Invitational right now. At the moment, the 4 leagues that are representative are the Rebel Rookie League, the Mad Academy, and ICBBL. I'm also going to invite Beantown, and as time goes on I may invite more leagues, but at the moment they're the 5 that are considered for these roles. Captain is somebody from this invitational who works as an arbiter in the competition. I have one captain from each league representing. I have one captain representing each league is what I wanted to say. Total War General is somebody who's here for mostly Total War. They have the Total War channel, as there is the Blood Bowl channel, Blood Bowl group, Total War group, and More Time Captain the same way, anybody who's here to play More Time. More may be added in the future, but for now, these are the rules. So, talking about channel groups, I'm going to actually do this properly. So, when you come onto my channel, it will probably be all completely open. You can actually open and close things like this in Discord, just so you know. So if there's something that you're not particularly interested in, for example, if you don't play More Time and you see all this, if you close it, then it's only going to ping you if somebody uses everybody, which they shouldn't, or if somebody pings you directly. Otherwise, you'll never get any kind of news from this channel, so you can close off the things like that. But I'm going to go through them section by section, opening them up, and I'm just trying to keep an eye on chat as well, because I know there are a few people watching. No chat, okay. Any questions, guys, let me know as we go along. I want to make this as informative as possible. So when you get promoted to, for example, Trusted Content Creator or Guest Room, you actually have your own special welcome. I might add the Blood Bowl specific Total War and More Time thing here as well, because there are different rules for different games, basically, you know. But general rules are all in welcome. So if we take Trusted Info for example, so you get a little spiel again, just tells you what your benefits are as a trusted member and anything that what you can do as a trusted member to help me out if you want to. Same thing, go away GeForce. Same thing with Content Creator, all of your benefits are here, and same thing with Guest. So if you have one of these roles, you will have access to one of these rooms. Next down we have the announcements and news, which is something that everybody can see, but only I can write in. Maybe in the future admins as well, but for the moment only me. You can react if you want to, do things like that, but mostly only I can write here. So in leagues, cups and competitions, anything that is upcoming, well at the top actually there are some friendly leagues. I do edit this and add as leagues join, but at the moment I just have the 4, ICBBL, Rebel Rookie League, Rebel and Discord and Mad Academy. If you want to join their Discords are all in leagues, cups and competitions. After that, with these little equal signs, I add any idea that's coming up in the future. Mixed Cup, Total War and More Time are actually all launching today. Well, Total War launched a couple of days ago, but these 3 cups are actually launching today. Blood Bowl Team Cup is launching after the Invitational, as is Invitational Season 2, so those 2 will be mentioned there. You can also access my ladders, which I'll look at in just a minute. All of the information about the rules is in this document here. It's editable for some reason. I should change that, but I'll do that in a minute. I won't do that now. Then you have my current schedule. For a little while I was working off a weekly schedule, but I can't do it anymore. Time does not allow me to do it. So instead I've put basically the things that I often make content about, and it's all listed here. There's the general section, the Blood Bowl section, Total War section, and More Time Other Games section. So for example, there's a Q&A every couple of weeks. I'll get to where you can ask questions in a minute. The occasional non-Games Workshop related content, and I'm also thinking about doing lore videos for Games Workshop, because most of my stuff is related to Games Workshop content, the Warhammer universe, etc. So if you are interested in lore videos, let me know and I will actually do them. I've been thinking about doing it for a little while. I have quite a few things related to Blood Bowl. I put all my competitions here, and also anything else I feel is necessary. Total War, same idea. More Time, same idea. And then there are some other games that I'm thinking about playing in the future. The only two I'm considering at the moment are Vermintide and Dawn of War, maybe. I only own the second though. Any other suggestions can be made in other games, which we'll get to in a second. Then we have the weekly schedule, which I haven't actually updated, which was a bad idea before doing this video, where I talk about what's coming up, and basically as I do things I add the videos to here, so you can actually find quite a large backlog of some of my content in this channel if you do want to go find something. It's a little bit hard to watch, but it gets updated relatively regularly. I just haven't done it today. And there's a boardroom chat for when I do include admins, but I haven't done that yet. Then we go into content, which is kind of the meat of this channel. It's the main purpose of this channel, I guess, where we have, starting with, I don't know why I have this first actually, but I have approved creators first. So anybody that I've given rights to post their own material, or have indeed been added to Couchbot, will automatically get promoted here. Some of them are people who are part of the community, like Blissful Fire, Full Metal, Chris J, Fallen Glory, etc., etc., and some of them are just people that I've added, like Mini War Gaming, which I may remove because they make way too much content, like me, funnily enough. Party Elite, and I may add a couple more in the future, but they're not part of the group, but they do make content that I enjoy and I think is worthwhile, so I have added them to here as well. If you want to watch them, please do. Let them know that ADEnglish sent you there. Then there's my own video channels. Anything that's done by myself is put here. For example, it should say that I'm live right now, which it does, and that the More Time opening has just come out. Two things that are here. I do sometimes use this channel AD Live when I'm recording, or when I am indeed live, for people, when I'm playing a game though, for people who can't get into the game but they do want to hear what's going on, or if they're watching in, for example, Cabal Vision on Blood Bowl, they can listen to me and sometimes my opponent here. Creators Talkspace is for people who are creators if they want to talk about upcoming ideas, etc. here. And then we have the guest room. I have a comment, 1 second, undo. Any chance for some More Time teaching games? Had the game for a while but can't get hold of the mechanics. Yes. I wouldn't go as far as saying teaching, but I'm not afraid to play the game with you. I'll talk about More Time, etc. when I get there. But yes, I'm willing to play the game with you to get you involved. And there's the guest room as well, for if we are doing a collab, then that's where my guest and I will sit and chat during the collab. Unless it's something where we don't want to be disturbed. Well, even then, the only people who can talk in Creators Talkspace are people who have the content creator rank. The only people who can speak in guest are guest rank. The only people who can speak in ADEnglish Live are me, and people I decide to let in temporarily. So you can always join it. You can always listen, but you can't speak back all the time. So we don't get disturbed, basically. Then in Have Your Say, so this is stuff where you can talk to me directly. You can also talk to other content creators, but I haven't set up a page for that, so I'll think about that actually in the future, where I add a content creator part here. First of all, community votes. This one is long dead, so let's get rid of this one when I'm here. That didn't work. There we go. So whenever there's a new vote going on, I add it here. You can have your say here. I always ping people as well, so you know there is a vote happening. There's nothing to vote on at the moment, so there's no votes here, but they do come up relatively regularly. Then something that's quite popular with people, relatively popular, as you can see, there's quite a lot of messages here. We have the Q&A section. If you want to ask questions in my Q&A videos, I do them every 2 weeks. You can find them in the playlist if you haven't found them before. You can ask any question that you want answered here or in the video itself, and I will respond with this cat emoji if I've read it and I feel like answering the question. Sometimes there aren't questions, so I don't respond, but and some questions are pretty easy to answer just off the top. So the one from Grey Fox, for example, is going to go into the next video. And I've asked that you please put it into categories so I can see exactly what part I'm responding to, so I can make the video accordingly. This video is going to be really long, I can feel it, so I'm sorry about that, but I think it's useful. Then we have a feedback and suggestions page where this has two main functions. You can tell me anything about my channel you want to, anything about, well, anything you want to really, but also if you are somebody who is trusted or above, but you're not a content creator and you're not a guest, if there's a content creator that you think is absolutely fantastic and should be featured on the channel, post a link here. I'll have a look at it. If I like it, I'll add it to Couchbot. Then we have Discord ideas, which doesn't get used because my Discord is already crazy. I may actually delete this channel because nobody's using it, and people usually say things in feedback and suggestions. But anything you have to add about Discord itself, you can add it here. Following on, we have general chat, which has become really just a place to basically talk about anything. I mean, the last couple of days has been pretty crazy. Yesterday well, I'll show you quickly. Yesterday we created a page where you can write whatever the hell you want, wherever the hell you want, and that is the current thing that exists in general chat. And just gotta give a shout out to the Mario, because that is freaking awesome. But yeah, this is actually linked in general chat right now. If you want to go and write something random or go and play the games that people have created in it, then go for it. It's actually a lot more fun than it sounds. I'll close that now because we don't need it. But basically anything you want to talk about, you can talk about here. It's also where you will be welcomed if you join the channel. People will say hello. Well, people and robots, mostly robots, and myself. Then I have the Other Games channel, where you can give me ideas of other things to stream. I'm not going to guarantee that I will play them, but I'll potentially have a look. And there is a general chat, but to be honest it doesn't get used, so I may remove that as well. Then we get into the Blood Bowl specific, and I'm going to go into Blood Bowl temporarily during this part as well. So we have announcements, which are announcements about Blood Bowl. I'm the only one who can write in this, but you can all read and react if you want to. It tells you about upcoming events. I put videos that are related to current competitions, and in general, well, in general there's information here that you can potentially use. And in Blood Bowl chat, this is an open chat for Blood Bowl. Anybody who plays Blood Bowl can talk here about Blood Bowl. Sometimes it gets a little bit off topic, but mostly people do stick to Blood Bowl, to be fair. Also, all of the invitational match reports do trigger here, so you get to see what happened in the most recent invitational game. And sorry, Bobby Bintang and Owned, I'm not trying to show up your game specifically, it just happens to be the latest game. Then we have the invitational matchmaking room, which if you are an invitational coach, you can write in here, setting up your match, basically. So I will pin it once you've made a decision, and I'll tell you that you've pinned it with a pin emoji. And the round has literally just rolled, so haven't had too much activity this round, but last round it worked really well, so I'm going to keep that as it is. I've also made the Mixed League match planning, but I haven't actually kicked off the Mixed League yet, so of course this channel is empty. Now there's also a spin channel, and this is where I'm going to switch to Blood Bowl temporarily. So I do have a open ladder and a ladder for various things in the game Blood Bowl itself. So if we go into multiplayer, I'm on page number 6, ADEnglish Invitational. This is my thing. I'm actually getting pretty big, which is a little bit worrying, but I may get bigger after this video. You can take part in a number of the competitions here. The open ladder, it requires validation, so you need to ping me in Spin Channel to let me know that you've joined. I'll actually check when I'm here. At the moment there aren't many teams, but I know there are a few teams that wanted to join and didn't join in the end. Then we have this one that's also open, a few more teams for some teams that are a little bit advanced, up to 1,500. There's also mixed ladders as well for each of these ranks. At the moment they're quite quiet, but I expect they will eventually grow. And there's that. And there's nothing I want to join with that team specifically. So if you want to take part in the Spin League, I just showed you where it was. Ping me here and I will accept your team. Just make sure you put it in the right one. All of the rules can be found in leagues, cups and competitions in the first document. This document will tell you all about, I'll show you actually, this document will tell you all about the Spin Leagues. So if we open that, you will get the rules for each of the ladders and also potential upcoming competitions. So open ladder, 1500 ladder, 2000 ladder, 3000 ladder for the regulars, and then the same below for the mixed. This isn't responding, so I'm going to leave that alone for a second. Okay, also in Blood Bowl we have some voice chat, and there's also Captain Corner, which is for the captains. As I mentioned before, I'm not going to open that because it's private chat. There's a Captain's Corner voice as well if we do need to discuss something as the 5 captains, including myself. There's a game room for anybody who's playing Blood Bowl. You can use these 2 game rooms for your game, whether it be for the mixed competition, for a spin game, or indeed for your invitational match. That's what they're for. As I get bigger, I'll add more rooms, but for now, 2 seems to be enough. There's Blood Bowl specific. And if we have a look at Total War then. Total War works in a very similar way. We have an announcements page, which is the same. I put all Total War related announcements here. There's quite a lot of them recently, including videos relating to the Total War Warhammer competitions. There are 2 running at the moment, one for Total War Warhammer 1, which, by the way, we actually have 4 open spaces. They're currently held by AI, but if you are interested in joining, I'm happy to replace you with one of the AI groups with you. In the Total War Mortal Empires one, we are full, but in the Total War 1, yeah, there are actually 4 spaces in theory. If you want to take part in that, then let me know. Beastman is currently the only race that is free. After that, I will allow free wildcard races, I guess, if we get 4 people interested, though I doubt I will, so not a big deal. We then have Total War Chat, where people are talking about Total War. I'm trying desperately not to focus too much on what is written here. And a command center which isn't being used. I'll explain it now. This room is so that you guys can actually arrange your battles. That's what it's for, so feel free to do that in the future. There's also a voice room where we can talk about Total War. That's it for Total War. And More Time works in the exact same way as the other 2. More Time has an announcements page. I've literally just launched the More Time competition, so the video is here, as are the documents for joining. All the documents are always linked in the announcements, so if you are interested in signing up, then go into the sign up sheet and sign up. It's what it's there for. If you are going to go crazy like what happened yesterday, then please don't change any of the actual sign up details on the page. I don't mind a bit of craziness, but keep it so you don't destroy it, please. In terms of chat then, we have chat for More Time specifically, where at the moment we are talking mostly to Ook about potentially joining the More Time competition, and I hope he does, even though he's new, and it will be a bit of a trial by fire for him. Hello, Poncho, welcome. Even though it would be a bit of a trial by fire for him, I would actually like to see him take part as the last remaining faction. The Sisters of Sigmar are still open, so if you do own Mordheim and you're interested in taking part, then you can get him before Ook, because he's only a maybe at the moment. Then same thing, we have the Mordheim camp for setting up Mordheim matches. Also, Urban Zorro is running his own competition, and I'm promoting it here. So Urban's Mordheim Corner is for a tabletop simulator Mordheim competition, which I might join. I haven't yet. I would quite like to, but I've got too many of my own bloody competitions running at the moment, so I'm not sure if I can realistically commit to another competition for somebody else. But that's there as well. It works off the tabletop rules. It's a lot of fun. I've played the game with him. It's great. So if you do want to take part in that, then go have a look at the rules and speak to Urban Zorro directly. I may ask him if he wants to do a video in the future talking about it. And there's also a chat room with voice in the same way. And then we have Other. Useful Commands, which is a locked channel, is for Nadiko's Chosen. It gives them things that they can use to keep things calm. Then we have Bot Play, which well, it's a lot of fun. If you come into bot play, Nadeko will talk to you mostly. So if we say, for example, this isn't going to work now probably. If we say, for example, hello Nadeko, she will say, hello Blood fan, Coach ADEnglish. And if you say, for example, favorite race in Blood Bowl, mine is Orcs, with a K, no with a C, then she'll respond in the same way. Ayana and Nadeko are my own channel. They're used for testing things with bots and for adding bot commands. Not going to open that either. That's pretty much it for the Discord, I think. So I will just quickly talk about the competitions that are currently running and the things that we still have space in, so you all know. So we have 4 competitions running in this channel at the moment. They're all going right now. They're all about as full as I'd expect them to be, so that's really nice. They've all started off quite well. We have the Mordheim competition, which started literally today. We still have the space for Sisters of Sigmar if you do want to take that role. Most of my competitions require that one person plays one race, because it's something that you don't see very often, and I quite like this kind of setup. I have the Total War sign-up, where, like I said, there are the 4 AI. I'm going to make this separate, I guess. So the Beastmen are still open to anybody who does play Total War and is interested in Total War Warhammer 1. Then Beastmen is still open. And the other factions, if we just do that because it tends to break, are bonus AI at the moment. I would like to replace them as well, potentially, but doesn't matter. And Total War Warhammer 2 is completely full, so just keep that in mind. And we're currently on round 1. Some of the battles have already happened, including the AI this round. So if you do join and you take over an AI, you will be inheriting their loss or win, depending, just so you know. The Beastmen haven't played yet, though. And we also have a mixed cup in Blood Bowl, which I will be announcing tonight, because I haven't had a confirmation from Nerdfrog, but it is actually full. If you are interested in joining, though, in a mixed cup, all the rules can be found in the announcement sections where I showed you part of Discord, and in future, because I realize this is going to be featured for a long time actually, and I'm only talking live, in future there will be new seasons of this, of course. You can sign up in the same way. I'll always announce them in the announcements pages that they are part of. So it is currently full. I'm not setting any limitations on races here, so people can choose their own race, doesn't matter. And we've already got 12 players potentially, so that's all good to go. I'm hoping to kick that off tonight. And at the moment as well, my biggest competition is the ADEnglish Invitational. We're currently on round 4 of 5, and then we have the KO. After that there will be a Season 2, so I'm going to invite the same 4 leagues to take part, and also Beantown, which is led by Darth Physicist. I'm going to invite his League 2, and we'll get a Season 2 going. And there's also another future similar competition going down as well, but I haven't announced it yet. I'll announce it when I finally look at doing it properly. But it's a Davis Cup style competition with the same 4 leagues here. Beantown and my own team will actually work as teams to try and defeat each other. That will be what's going on there. And I think that's it for now. So if anybody has any further questions, then please do let me know. Come join me in Discord, because we have a lot of fun. I mean, it's not a very... I'm not going to say it's not a serious Discord. It is a serious Discord, but we also have a lot of just craziness, especially in general, and bot play. And as I showed you, the document that's just gone completely insane. But hey, it's a lot of fun, and I wouldn't change this community at all. We do have certain rules, mostly relating to not posting unsolicited links. So people who are without a specific, without a specific role, shouldn't be posting any kind of links. Basically, if a link comes up and it has a picture, it's allowed. If there's no picture and it's not from me, then it's not allowed on the channel. That's how the links work. So I'm just going to give chat a couple of seconds to ask any questions if they want to know something that I haven't talked about. But I think I've covered everything. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it at that. So if you are new to the Discord, then thank you for watching this video if you have done. If you're not new to, if you didn't want to watch the video, then I hope you have read chat. But of course you can't hear me saying that, so that's pretty silly. But if you don't read the welcome part basically or watch this video, then you'll never be something more than everyone. And if you're everyone in this Discord, you are no one. And it looks like I'm getting nothing from chat. So thank you, Undo. Thank you, Poncho, for being here, mostly for moral support. Oh, I was going to answer Undu's question, wasn't I? Sorry. Right, in terms of any chance for some teaching games relating to Wartime, relating to Total War, relating to Blood Bowl. Yes, if you're new to any of these games and you want to try them out, I'm willing to play practice games with you. I wouldn't call them teaching games, but I'll definitely play practice games with you. I'll ask around some of the guys in the community if we start to get some more rookies as well, and see if people are also willing to do these practice games. Most of the guys here are friendly though. Well, all the guys here are friendly. I don't think I've got any bad people here, to be honest. I'm looking to single somebody out. No, not really. I really don't think I have anybody bad here, so you can always just ask people if they're willing to play a game with you. Just tell them you're new, and they won't go easy on you, but they can at least give you a little glimpse of how the game works. So if you're new to Wartime, which seems to be the big one that everybody's new to, yes, I'm willing to play some games with you. Undo, I'm actually willing to play a game with you today, if you're interested, because I have a bit of free time after this video, so we can have a bit of practice with that. And at any time, yep, just PM me, and we'll see if we can set something up. The only thing I would say is please keep pings for me to a minimum on this channel. I check everything, so you don't need to ping me. So that's the last little thing I'll say before I sign off and say welcome to Discord if you're new here, and thank you for being here if you've been here a while. That's it for this one. Thank you guys. Bye bye for now. Vortex.